Hello, everybody. Welcome to Dave TV for this 6th of May. The 6th of May, 2012, 2013, 2014, 2015. How you doing, everybody? Whoa! Look at my boots. Gotta have my juice. So how you all doing, everybody? Did you have a good weekend? I sure did. Interesting news as we approach this new week, as we dive in to this new week here on the 6th of May, 2013. I'll get the date right there. Is more rumblings that Rush Limbaugh could leave Cumulus, including WMAL. There was a lot of speculation on DCR-TV last year, and even the year before that, I think, that Cumulus wanted probably to get rid of Limbaugh. Limbaugh, if you listen to him today, he's kind of like, a lot of days he sounds like he's phoning it in. But anyhow, he had that about a year ago. He had the whole thing with Sandra Fluke, the Georgetown law student who he insulted on the air. And a lot of advertisers pulled out. And a lot of advertisers haven't come back. I mean, the big ones. Limbaugh will always have advertisers. But, the major ones, a lot of them didn't come back. And the head of Cumulus, Lou Dickey, I like that name, Lou Dickey, has told Politico that, that Rush's contract to be on the bunch of Cumulus stations will end at the end of the year. And it's a possibility, I guess, that Rush won't be re-signed. Cumulus owns WMAL, the main news talker here in Washington, 6:30 a.m., 105.9 FM, okay? And Rush is on there from noon to 3. Now, Rush is syndicated by a company called Premiere, which is owned by Clear Channel. Now, Clear Channel does own 5 stations in this market, but they're all music stations. So Classic Hits Big, Country WMZQ, Contemporary Hit Hot 99.5, Adult Contemporary Wash, and there's always one more, DC 101, Rocker, right? Alt Rocker, DC 101. 5 stations. So, if they're going to put Rush on one, as one of their stations in Washington, they're going to have to put him on a rock. They're going to have to get rid of a music format. And all those stations do pretty well. They all do very well as they are. I cannot see Clear Channel at the moment blowing up one of their 5 music stations. I would think it would be a mistake no matter which one they did, because they all get good ratings. And they all have, distinct format holes filled here in the Washington market. Unless, of course, Clear Channel was to buy another station. Maybe they could buy an AM or who knows? Or another. I don't think they could own another FM in the market. They could probably buy another AM or something like that and put them on. Or maybe, if Cumulus didn't re-sign Rush, maybe he could go to WTNT or something like that. I don't know. It's certainly, his ratings aren't as good as they used to be, and it's certainly going to be interesting to see where Rush does end up. I guess he could go on to 1260, that little talker from Salem, or he could go on WTNT 730 or something like that. But neither of those stations have the, big signal now that WMAL has with the AM and the FM combined. So it's going to be interesting to see where Rush does end up, in a couple of months, towards the end of the year. The other big news we're hearing exclusively on DCR-TV is that Pablo, who's doing the morning show there, PGC, remember he got hired last summer. Remember Big Tigger used to be on the station and got canned towards the end of 2011, I guess that was. I think it was on his birthday. And then they had Free doing the show there. And then they brought Pablo in from Tijuana, San Diego market. And his ratings haven't been so high. Station does okay, but the ratings are down quite a bit. And a lot of DCR TV readers have said it's just that morning show on PGC just hasn't solidified. They had Free on for a while paired with Pablo, and then they replaced her with Sunny. And, the ratings just haven't jolted. So the rumor we're hearing now, and it's from a fairly reliable source, is that a gal named Tati is going to join Pablo. Pablo used to work at Z90.3 W. It's an X station, XHTZ in Tijuana, licensed in Tijuana, but I think their studios are over in San Diego. And she's from that station, so I guess they liked each other and worked together. So it'll be interesting to see if that all gels and what happens to PGC's morning show there. So that's that. The other big news are some reverberations over at Allbritton. We're hearing a lot about we're getting a number of reliable sources over there at Channel 7 WJLA. Last week's big news that Allbritton was planning to sell the station and all of its other TV stations sometime later this year. And one of our reliable sources said that what will go also will be Gordon Peterson's Inside Washington show, which runs on Fridays on a lot of PBS. It's carried over the weekend. It's one of those political recap shows for the previous week, and it's carried by a lot of public TV stations like WETA, Maryland Public Television. All over the country it's aired. But it also airs on WJLA. Gordon, of course, he's been on Washington television now for 40 years. Was on Channel 9 there for many years, up through the 80s into the early 90s, then went over to Channel 7, where he does the show now for. It's kind of a continuation of the old Martin Agronsky and Company show that used to be there on Channel 9. But other sources there at Allbritton say, no, Gordon is going to continue doing the show for as long as he wants. But I would have to say that if Allbritton's selling WJLA, that's probably going to be a good time for Gordon to retire. And you're probably going to see something like that happening soon. And you're going to also see the end of Inside Washington. So look for that. We may not be spot on with that rumor, but I think it's relatively true. DCR TV, relatively true. And again, a lot of rumblings on who might buy Channel 7. We've gone through a lot of the potentialities here. The most likely potentiality would be ABC to buy it, okay? Because it's an ABC network affiliate, and ABC probably does want to own a station here in Washington. Hold on a second. I'm listening to the Gamut on 103.5's HD3. Wonderful station, by the way. And I can concentrate when they're playing music, but now they got something talking over there, and it's driving me insane. But anyhow, the Gamut, also on 8:20 a.m. Nice write-up in the Frederick News Post, by the way, the other day. Check out the link on DCR TV. But in any case, so ABC would probably be the likely bidder for Channel 7. And I'd say there's probably a 60 to 70% chance it's going to be bought by ABC. That makes the most sense. And, ABC I'm sure ABC would want to own a station here in Washington. ABC's got the money. And, with their news department here, it would all jive really well. So I think that's a likelihood. Probably the most likely likelihood. But other possibilities, of course, CBS could buy it. And, make Channel 7 a CBS affiliate and make Channel 9 the ABC affiliate. That could happen. I know CBS would probably like to own a station here. They could call it WNEW, kind of synergize it with their all news station here. That would be interesting. It would be a big plus for the radio stations if they could merge, JFK and NEW's radio operations with their television station here. I think that's a likely possibility. I don't know if it's a likely possibility. It certainly is one I think they're going to look at. But again, it has to depend upon whether how the contracts go with Channel 9 and CBS. That's a Gannett-owned station, so I don't know. One of my sources, I think we did this the other day, said Fox could buy it. That's a possibility. Another interesting one was Hubbard. Hubbard is Minneapolis-based. They own WTOP Radio. They do own TV stations in other markets. What if they came in and bought Channel 7 here, kept it an ABC affiliate, and just called it WTOP TV? They could bring the WTOP call letters back to the TV dial. For many years, they were on Channel 9 when it was owned by the Washington Post. So it'd be interesting to see a WTOP TV reborn. And, of course, they already got a great news department there at WTOP Radio. That could easily be, imagine the synergy there of WTOP Radio and WTOP TV Channel 7 here in Washington. So I think I would have to say, well, those would be my three likeliest possibilities: ABC, CBS, or Hubbard. That's what I think. It's going to be one of those three. There are some other people mentioned, but I think those are the three most likely, with ABC probably in first place. And I don't know, Hubbard and CBS may be tied for second. Who knows? Sinclair? I don't know. All right, folks. Well, that's that. That's Dave TV. That's all I'm going to do today. Kickback shot, just shy of 10 minutes here. Don't forget to help support the site. We've been here for almost 16 years, and it's all because of your wondrous support. So thank you all very much. Just click on that support link on the top of daycrtv.com. Yeah. Hey, I'm wearing black today, huh? The man in black. I don't know. I always feel funny about wearing black because it really makes the gray stand out in my beard, you know? When I wear white, I don't think my beard looks as gray as when I wear a dark color. But what the hell? I'm not vain. Thanks for watching Dave TV for the 6th of May, 2013. Book 'em, Dano.